Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. I hope you all are doing well and you are preparing pretty well for BET 2025. So, this is the second session of practice series in which I have compiled so many important PYQs. I will let you know which question is PYQ and which is a new question, and do include the pointers in your notes. यानी कि जैसे जैसे आप वीडियो देखेंगे जो भी उसके क्रिस्प नोट्स हैं आप अपने नोट्स में इंक्लूड करिए ताकि रिवीजन के टाइम में आपको बहुत ज़्यादा आसानी हो एंड आप इजीली क्वेश्चन का आंसर कर पाए. If you like my efforts, you can hit the like button and do subscribe my channel for more such videos. So this is the first question of today's session, and this question is from bioprocess. As I have mentioned in my shorts, bioprocess is an important unit for DBT. So many questions are asked regarding the fermenter, the industrial product formation, and the upstream and the downstream processing. So this is the question related to the fermenter, in which it was asked that in the following equation, what is the unit of dilution rate D? Dilution rate D का यूनिट क्या होगा? उसका फॉर्मूला होता है F upon V. First of all, you should know about what is dilution rate. So this is a term related to the fermentation process and it is related to specifically the bioreactor. The dilution rate, which is denoted by capital D, is nothing but the ratio of the volumetric flow rate of fresh medium into the reactor to the culture volume within the reactor. It means how much fresh media you are feeding into the reactor when it is exhausted upon the culture volume within the reactor present. So it has obviously some unit. So you have to find out that unit. So in the question itself, the answer is provided because in the question, the unit of F and V is mentioned. So unit of F is decimeter cube per hour and volume का है decimeter cube. So this will be cancelled out and the answer will be option B. So the right answer for this question is option B. So do include this in your notes कि डाइल्यूशन रेट क्या होता है, डाइल्यूशन रेट का फॉर्मूला क्या होता है. तो बायोप्रोसेस का यहाँ से 2 क्वेश्चन निकल के आया. डाइल्यूशन रेट इज इक्वल्स टू फ्लो रेट अपॉन वॉल्यूम एंड इसका यूनिट क्या होता है? इसका यूनिट होता है per hour. Now second question of the session. So this is a PYQ and this is very latest PYQ of 2024. It means last DBT का ये question है. So this is a simple question but it will provide you 3 marks and very easily you can gain 3 marks by solving a match the following type of questions. So you have to mention the name of organelle mentioned with their function mentioned in the list 2. So first one is mitochondria, second one is endoplasmic reticulum, peroxisome and D is lysosomes. So you should know about the exact function, exact physiological role taking place in each organelle. So मुझे नहीं लगता है कि आंसर आपको नहीं पता होगा बट आपको ऐसे क्वेश्चंस अटेम्प्ट करते वक्त बहुत ज़्यादा ध्यान रखना होगा ऑप्शंस में क्योंकि ऑप्शंस ऐसा देगा क्योंकि ये क्वेश्चन ईजी है ऑब्वियसली. तो हो सकता है कि 3 ऑप्शन आपको करेक्ट चूज़ करना पड़े. कंफ्यूज करने के लिए 2-3 ऑप्शन में 3 ऑप्शन करेक्ट हो. मेरे कहने का ये मतलब है कि अगर आप ए बी सी देख रहे हैं तो हो सकता है उसके ए बी और सी वाले ऑप्शन फर्स्ट सेकेंड थर्ड के सेम हो, सिर्फ एक में चेंजेस हो. तो आप कहीं मिसरीड करके ए के बजाय बी आंसर लगा देंगे तो आपके मार्क्स वहाँ पे चले जाएंगे बिकॉज यू विल लूज 1 मार्क. तो इसको बहुत ध्यान से करना है. ये नहीं देखना है कि बहुत ईजी है, रश नहीं करना है. क्वेश्चन देके काफ़ी टाइम होता है आपके पास. आप अच्छे से क्वेश्चन को आंसर कीजिए ताकि नेगेटिव मार्किंग का कोई भी चांस ना रहे. सो द इजी वन इज माइटोकॉन्ड्रिया में क्या होता है? ट्राइकार्बोक्सिलिक एसिड साइकिल, साइट्रिक एसिड साइकिल चलता है. तो ए का क्या होगा? ए का होगा 2. तो यहाँ से देखिए ए का 2 किस में है? ए का 2 इसमें ए का 4 दिया तो ये हमारा एलिमिनेट हो गया. ये भी एलिमिनेट हो गया, ए का फर्स्ट दिया है. ये वाला आंसर हो सकता है हमारा एंड इसमें भी ए का थर्ड दिया है. तो बिना आपने अलग ऑप्शन सॉल्व किए, बिना आपने बाकी ऑप्शंस को कंसिडर किए, यू हैव सॉर्टेड आउट दी आंसर. यानी इसका करेक्ट आंसर क्या होगा? आंसर 3. बिकॉज TCA टेक्स प्लेस इन द माइटोकॉन्ड्रिया, endoplasmic reticulum is involved in protein trafficking and export, peroxisome is responsible for the hydrogen peroxide generation, and lysosome is involved for the degradation of protein through different hydrolytic enzymes. Now one more question which is again match the following kind of question, and this is also a PYQ of particularly 2024. So you have mentioned some option like pH of a solution was given by or base composition of DNA, molar absorption coefficient, and dideoxy sequencing. So this is again an easy question. You can easily pair the dideoxy sequencing, which was given by Frederick Sanger, in which chain termination occurs because of the dideoxy nucleotide which we have, because the second carbon lacks the oxygen, therefore it is known as dideoxy. And when the polymerase encounters that DDNTP, so it will just terminate because of lacking the OH group. सो जो डाइडिऑक्सी सीक्वेंसिंग था वो किसने दिया था? फ्रेडरिक सैंगर ने. डी का करेक्ट ऑप्शन क्या होगा? डी का होगा फर्स्ट. डी का फर्स्ट किसमें है? डी का फर्स्ट सिर्फ और सिर्फ थर्ड में है, यानी आपका ये भी एलिमिनेट हो गया, ये भी एलिमिनेट हो गया, एंड ये भी राइट आंसर हो गया थर्ड. ना और भी मैच कर लेते हैं. सो मोलार एब्जॉर्प्शन कोफिशिएंट इज रिलेटेड टू दी लैम्बर्ट बियर लॉ. मोलार एब्जॉर्प्शन कोफिशिएंट जिसे हम एप्सिलॉन से रिप्रेजेंट करते हैं, which was given by लैम्बर्ट बियर लॉ, यानी सी का क्या होगा? सी का होगा 3, जो कि सिर्फ इसमें है. डी का फर्स्ट सिर्फ इसमें था. नाउ बेस कॉम्पोजिशन ऑफ DNA which is related to the Chargaff rule. Adenine will bind to the thymine and guanine will bind with the cytosine. So this is the Chargaff rule. So B का जो मैचिंग होगा वो फोर्थ के साथ होगा. And pH of a solution was given by Henderson-Hazelbalch equation. So A का 2. Now the correct answer for this question is ऑप्शन नंबर 3. सो इस टाइप के इजी मैचिंग्स आपको बहुत सारे मिलेंगे. डीबीटी के सेकंड पार्ट का अगर आप देखेंगे क्वेश्चन, 150 क्वेश्चंस होते हैं. You will have 150 question and out of those 150 you will only have to attempt the 50. So एकदम वाइजली चूज कीजिए, बिकॉज आपको बहुत 3 टाइम्स ज़्यादा मिल रहा है क्वेश्चन. उसमें से रिस्क क्यों लेना है? जिसमें भी आपको थोड़ा भी डाउट लग रहा है उसको मत अटेम्प्ट कीजिए, बिकॉज यू हैव सो मेनी ऑप्शंस एंड यू हैव टाइम. 50 क्वेश्चन चूज करना है. जितने भी मैचिंग क्वेश्चन दिख रहे हैं उसको फटाक से कर लीजिए. उसके बाद जो छोटे छोटे क्वेश्चन आते हैं उनको पढ़िए. अगर आप उससे अवेयर हैं तो रिस्क लीजिए, नहीं जानते हैं तो बिल्कुल स्किप कर दीजिए. अनलेस आपको 50 नहीं मिल रहा है, रिस्क लेने की ज़रूरत नहीं है. So before moving on to the next question, I would like to introduce you to my TopMate ID. You can connect with me on a one-to-one session if you have any kind of doubt related to your career, if you are preparing for any exam, or if you want to go into the research field, you can connect with me. I will let you know. I will try to solve all your doubts and I will try to guide you. So you can connect with me as per the available slots. I will provide the TopMate ID in the description box. You can watch it out and book the session to have a one-to-one session. One more question from immunology. Cytotoxic T cells generally recognize antigen in association with. So the cytotoxic T cell generally recognizes the foreign antigen with the help of class 1 MHC determinants. यानी जो cytotoxic T cell होता है वो class 1 MHC यूज़ करता है, MHC 1, एंड T हेल्पर सेल जो होता है वो यूज़ करता है MHC 2. तो यहाँ से भी 2 क्वेश्चन हो गए. साइटोटॉक्सिक T cell uses MHC 1 and helper T cells uses MHC 2 to recognize the antigen. Now next question, which is related to plant physiology. So the question is, which one of the following is a molybdenum ion containing protein? Nitrate reductase, nitrogenase, nitrite reductase, or leg hemoglobin. So it is the nitrogenase which is the correct answer for this question. So nitrogenase is an enzyme which is responsible for the conversion of atmospheric nitrogen into ammonia. So this reaction, which reaction? Conversion of atmospheric nitrogen into ammonia to be utilized by the plants is catalyzed by nitrogenase. So nitrogenase is made up of 2 proteins. The first one is molybdenum iron protein, that is the molybdenum iron protein, and the second one is only iron protein. So the protein work together to reduce the dinitrogen to ammonia, which is the essential step or the major step of the nitrogen fixation. So the correct answer for this question is nitrogenase. Now next question. So which of the following microscopy technique relies on the specimen interfering with the wavelength of light to produce a high contrast image without the need for dyes or any damage to the sample? So basically, before answering the question, you should focus on the keywords. Don't rush to answer the question just by reading only once. Try to read twice and focus on the extreme words. So in this question, you have mentioned without the need for dyes or without damaging the sample. So which microscopy is based on visualization without using any kind of dye, or it will not lead to any kind of damage to the sample? Is it conventional bright field microscopy, or phase contrast microscopy, electron microscopy, or fluorescence microscopy? So, as per the question, the correct answer for this question is phase contrast microscopy, because it relies on the phenomenon of interference to produce high contrast images of unstained living specimen. So, phase contrast microscopy use a phase contrast objective lens which will provide the image based on the differential interference as per the जितना भी डिटेलिंग होगा एक सेल के स्ट्रक्चर में, उसके अकॉर्डिंग वो डिफरेंट इंटरफेरेंस प्रोवाइड करेगा एंड उसके थ्रू इमेज जो है वो विजुअलाइज किया जाता है. इसका मेजर एडवांटेज यही होता है, इट विल अलाउ यू टू सी द अनस्टेन्ड स्पेसिमेन इन देयर नेचुरल स्टेट. यू डोंट नीड टू स्टे इन द स्पेसिमेन फॉर विजुअलाइजेशन. ये सबसे बड़ा बिगेस्ट एडवांटेज है. एंड it will allow you to see objects that are hard to see with the normal light microscopy. जो भी हम normal light microscopy से नहीं देख सकते हैं, due to very detailed information through the differential interference pattern of the whole specimen, आप फिगर को अच्छे से visualize कर सकते हैं. So next question, caspases are involved in which of the following? Atrophy, necrosis, apoptosis, accidental cell death. So caspases are a family of enzymes that play an essential role in the cell death and inflammation. So the right answer for this question is apoptosis. Now let's solve one more question which is related to the bioinformatics, and this is a PYQ of 2023. So basically you have mentioned different database, RCSB, OMIM, DDBJ and Flybase. So you have to match the database according to their function and their role. So you must be aware about the RCSB. So RCSB is a protein structure database in which you will get every detail, every structural as well as the functional detail of each protein. So RCSB will be matched with this protein structure database. A का 4. So A का 4 किस में है? A का 4 is only in second option. So 3 option आपके eliminate हो गए. So this RCSB stands for Research Collaborative for Structural Bioinformatic Protein Data Bank. यानी RCSB PDB जो है वो एक protein data bank है, and it is very much important for the structural biologists to computational biologists. The next one is OMIM, which stands for Online Mendelian Inheritance in Man, which is a database of human genes and genetic disorders that used in bioinformatic research. सो बेसिकली क्या होता है इससे, OMIM हेल्प्स क्लिनिशियन डायग्नोज एंड ट्रीट जेनेटिक डिसऑर्डर. सो ये किससे मैच होगा? ये मैच होगा आपका थर्ड के साथ, म्यूटेशन डेटाबेस के साथ में. नाउ DDBJ इज DNA डेटाबेस ऑफ जापान, विल बी मैच विद द न्यूक्लियोटाइड सीक्वेंस डेटाबेस. यहाँ इसमें सारे ही न्यूक्लियोटाइड सीक्वेंसेस अवेलेबल होते हैं, सारे डिटेल्स उनका. नाउ द लास्ट वन इज फ्लाईबेस, विच इज ऑर्गेनिज्म स्पेसिफिक जीनोम डेटाबेस. सो इस तरह से आंसर क्या होगा? करेक्ट आंसर होगा सेकेंड वन. So Flybase is a database of genetic and molecular data concerning specifically the Drosophila. Now one more question. Bovine spongiform encephalopathy is a disease caused by fungus, bacteria, prions or viroids. So this disease, that is the bovine spongiform encephalopathy, which is also known as the mad cow disease, and this is a slowly progressive degenerative disease which is very fatal, and it occurs in the adult cattle, which may be spread to humans also through the diseased cattle meat, and it is caused due to an abnormal prion protein. So the right answer for this question will be option C, that is prions. नाउ एन इम्पॉर्टेंट पार्ट फ्रॉम विच क्वेश्चंस कैन बी आस्क्ड. अगर आप प्रीवियस ईयर क्वेश्चंस देखेंगे तो आपको देखने मिलेगा कि बहुत सारे बायो प्रोसेस क्वेश्चंस, बहुत सारे उनके एस्पेक्ट्स पूछे जा रहे हैं. स्पेसिफिकली रिएक्टर के बारे में, रिएक्टर से बहुत सारे न्यूमेरिकल क्वेश्चंस भी पूछे जा रहे हैं. यू कैन वॉच माई बायो प्रोसेस इंजीनियरिंग वीडियो. आई विल प्रोवाइड द लिंक. I will highly request to watch those videos related to the bioprocess engineering, where I have explained so many important topics that can be directly asked in the DBT. So do watch the bioprocess engineering wala video, because you will get to know what questions can be arise from that particular section. So now back to the topic. So this is the nutrient sources. If we make the nutrient media to generate or manufacture certain kind of bioproduct, we need some media which should be rich in carbon, nitrogen, vitamins, and essential minerals to facilitate the growth of the microorganism, because they will produce the bioproduct. So we have to just take care of the nutritional requirement of that particular organism. So in case of carbon, which are the widely used components to provide carbon in the nutrient media? So carbon sources meets the energy requirement for the bacteria. So commonly molasses, starch, corn syrup, and waste sulfite liquor, which contains glucose, are widely used for the carbon source in the nutrient media. And in laboratory fermentation, glucose, sucrose, fructose are the most common carbon source. Methanol, ethanol, and methane are also used, but they are not so common. And after that, in nitrogen compound, ammonia or the ammonium salts are used to provide the protein and therefore nitrogen. And also the peptides, soya meal, yeast extract, cottonseed, corn steep liquor, peptone, urea, all these are nitrogen sources. So question कैसे arise होगा? आपको question में 4 option देगा and you will be asked कि which of the following is not a nitrogen source or which of the following is a nitrogen source. So you have to remember that corn steep liquor पूछा जाता है हमेशा, soya meal or cotton seed, yeast extract, peptone, urea, all these are nitrogen sources. So the common carbon and nitrogen sources utilized by the fermentation industry are mentioned in this table. Like in carbon sources, they use widely the starch waste from maize and potato, molasses from sugarcane and beet, whey, or hydrocarbons, particularly in hydrocarbons. Aliphatic alkanes are used, gas oil, sulfite waste liquor, domestic sewage, cellulose waste, carbon bean, all these are carbon sources. And nitrogen sources जैसा कि मैंने बताया, soya meal, yeast extract, cotton seed extract, corn steep liquor, all these are nitrogen sources for protein. You have to remember this sulfite waste liquor, which is a carbon source, and in nitrogen source, do remember the corn steep liquor. So this is all for today. I hope you liked it. Do watch the next session as well, and like, share, and subscribe my channel for more such videos.